Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. Today we are going to finish our third unit, but in the last part of this unit you will have to uh, do an assignment. The assignment is that you will have to write a narrative essay. So in this assignment you are going to write a narrative essay about someone or something that influenced you when you were younger. As you prepare your essay, think about the unit question. What important lessons do we learn as children? This was the unit question, so you have had enough exposure to this question. We had two readings about it. The first reading was The Good Teen, if you remember, and the second was Bird by Bird, both of which talked about how other people influence us. And you also have the unit video to reinforce what we have studied in the unit. So let's see how you are going to write the narrative essay. You have like 1 week to write this narrative essay and then send it to me through the group. So in the first step you are going to write down the names of some people or things that influenced you when you were younger, and then think about memories associated with those people or things. Write notes about the memories in specific details such as people, times and places. You can see one example that is given in your textbook. My brother, and you can what memory is associated with the brother? The time I fell off my bike when we were kids. And let's go to some specific details. I was 6, we were in Greenway Park, I cut my head, we went to see Dr. Garcia. Here you have a tip for success. To help you remember all the details of your memory, ask and answer the 6 WH questions: who, what, when, where, why and how. Ask these questions and you will find details to your memory. Okay, so then you will have to write, because we cannot do peer review right now. You should send me your essays. I will check them and give you comments on them, and then you can revise and edit your essay. Let's see what can you do for self-assessment. Before you send it to me, you should ask yourself these questions. So the first one, for the first part of self-assessment, is: does the introduction tell why the story is important? So in the introduction you will have to tell me why the story is important. Are there events in the order in which they happened? So your narrative essay should be chronologically ordered. Means it should have a sequence of events from the first event to the last event. It makes it easy to follow. And does the conclusion tell why the memory is important today? So how does it relate to your present? You should tell me. And are the past perfect or past perfect continuous used appropriately to give background for other past events or situations? So you should try your best to use past perfect and past perfect continuous. Did you check the essay for punctuation, spelling and grammar, and does the essay include vocabulary from the unit? These are the things that you will have to look forward. You should try to use the vocabulary of the unit and also look for mechanics like punctuation, spelling and grammar. Send your essays and I will give you feedback on them. Let's just review what we have studied in the third unit. This is our target vocabulary. You should circle the words and phrases you have learned in this unit. If you are struggling with some words, you don't know the meaning of them and can't use them in your sentences, check these words, look them up in a dictionary, and if still it's not clear, just tell me which word is difficult for you in the group and I will give you more information about it. We also studied prefixes and suffixes, so these were the prefixes and these are the suffixes. Memorize them and see how many words you can come up with these suffixes and prefixes. And this is the checklist for the objectives of our unit. These were the objectives that we had to attain by the end of the unit. Let's see how much you have learned from these objectives. Tell me in the group. So in reading you had to learn inferences. We talked about inferences. Inferences are logical conclusions that we can draw from the information we have at end. Inferences are not directly told, but you have enough information, implied information, that you can infer information. It's just like reading between the lines. In vocabulary you can recognize and understand prefixes and suffixes. You must be able by now to understand prefixes and suffixes in English language and how they work. In writing you can organize and write a narrative essay, which you will do. It's your final assignment and I will check whether you can write or not. Still, if you are not clear about narrative essays, You can go back to the two readings. Those are narrative essays. Try to emulate them, try to copy them in your writing. And in grammar, I can understand use of past perfect and past perfect continuous. We have talked about them. Past perfect is used to tell about an event that happens before another event in the past, and past perfect continuous talks about a period of an event that happens before another event in the past. I can gather information and ideas to write a narrative essay about someone or something that influenced me. So I told you how to think about who influenced you. This was a narrative essay you have to write about, and how you can find specific details. You can find specific details for your narrative essay by asking the 6 questions. So if anything is unclear about this unit, please drop a message in the WhatsApp group and I will be happy to reply. Have a nice day. Thank you very much.